Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Fireside Reading with Papi. Well, it's another cold, rainy, windy day where I live, but I'm grateful to be sitting next to the wood stove, feeling nice and warm, and getting ready to read you another story. When I was a young boy, I loved stories about brave dogs. I remember two brave dogs I read adventurous stories about. One was a German shepherd named Rin Tin Tin, and the other was a collie named Lassie. To this very day, I still have very fond memories of reading these stories about these brave dogs. Today, I have a book to read to you about another brave dog named Balto. He's an Alaskan Husky who lives in a very, very cold place. The name of the book is The Bravest Dog Ever, the True Story of Balto. This is going to be a long story, so cozy up in a warm, comfortable spot. Grab a little snack while I start to read to you. The Bravest Dog Ever, the True Story of Balto. This is a true story about a very brave dog. His name was Balto. The year was 1925. That's almost 100 years ago. Balto lived in Nome, Alaska. Nome was a frontier town. Most of the year, it was buried under ice and snow. There's Balto. There's Nome. Very icy and snowy there. In winter, there was no way to travel through all the ice and snow. Not on planes or trains or boats or cars. The only way to travel in Alaska was by dog sled. Balto was a sled dog. He worked for a gold mining company not far from Nome. He helped carry food and tools to the miners. It was a good life being a sled dog. There's the sled. There's the sled dogs. Balto's driver's name was Gunner. Gunner made Balto his lead dog. The lead dog runs in front of the team. He follows the trail. All the other dogs do whatever the lead dog does. So the lead dog has to be the smartest and the strongest of all. There's Balto taking the lead. There's Gunner, his driver. One cold wintry day, a terrible, terrible thing happened in Nome. Two children got very sick. Their parents called the doctor. He was the only doctor in town. There's the sick kids. There's the parents calling the doctor. When the doctor saw the children, he was very worried. The children had a terrible sickness. It was called diphtheria. The doctor did not have the medicine he needed. Without the medicine, the children might die. Without the medicine, many other people in Nome would get diphtheria too, and they might die also. The doctor knew he had to get the medicine fast. The doctor. The hospital in Anchorage, Alaska had the medicine. but Anchorage was 800 miles away. The doctors in Anchorage put the medicine on a train, but soon the train got stuck in the deep snow. The train was still 700 miles from Nome. There's the train stuck in the snow. The people of Nome held a meeting. Everyone was very scared. "What are we going to do?" asked the doctor. "We have to get the medicine." At last, someone said, "What about a dog sled relay? When one team of dogs gets tired, a new team will be ready to take over." The room buzzed with excitement. That did seem like the quickest way to get the medicine, but the doctor frowned. "It will still take about 15 days. That's a long time, too long." There's the town meeting. Maybe the doctor was right, but there was no other choice. So the mayor spoke over the radio. "Please help," he said. "We need the best drivers and dogs to help save our town." Gunnar heard the mayor on the radio. Gunnar knew he had the best dog team and the best lead dog. Balto would come to the rescue. It's Gunnar listening to the radio. On January 27th, 1925, the race to Nome began. 21 dog teams were in the relay. Each team waited at a different spot. There's Alaska. They've got to go all the way from here to there. It's a long way. The first driver took the medicine from the train. He wrapped it in fur to keep it from freezing. Then he drove his dogs as fast as he could to the second stop. He made his run in good time. That's the first stop. But soon the wind began to blow hard. The air grew colder. A blizzard was coming. It was one of the worst storms ever. Still, the race went on. Somehow, each dog team made it to the next stop. There's one of the teams going through the blizzard, which is a bad storm. In one team, 2 dogs froze to death. So the driver hitched himself to the sled. He helped the rest of the dogs pull through the storm. That's the driver now pulling the sled. Gunnar and Balto waited at their stop in Bluff. They were going to run 31 miles from Bluff to Point Safety. That was the second to last part of the race. But the storm had slowed things down. Gunnar had been waiting for 2 days. He did not sleep. He wanted to be ready to go as soon as the medicine arrived. There's Gunnar and Balto waiting in Bluff. That was one of the stops. At last, Gunnar heard dogs barking. The medicine was here. He put it on the sled with a small stove and a little food. Then he hitched up his dogs. Balto stood proudly in the lead. And they are, and the sled is ready to go, and so is Balto. Gunnar cracked his whip. "Mush, mush," he cried. That means go. The team ran out into the snowy night. Mush! Mush! Get going! At first, the team made good time, but soon snowdrifts blocked the trail. The dogs sank up to their necks in the snow. They could not move. But not Balto. He stayed calm. That helped the other dogs while Gunnar dug them out of the snow. At last, the team was on the way again. There's Gunnar digging all the dogs out while Balto stays calm. Then the team crossed a frozen river. The dogs in the sled slipped and skidded on the ice. Oh no! Over went the sled! Gunnar got up, and again, but the medicine was gone. There they are, slipping in the snow. The sled went over. Wildly, Gunnar dug for the medicine. He could not see through the heavy snow, but at last he felt the package. He put it back in the sled. Whew. Don't want to lose the medicine. That would be the worst thing. The team kept going across the river. Suddenly, Balto stopped short. Mush! Mush, Balto! Shouted Gunnar. But Balto did not move. Then Gunnar saw why. The ice was cracking. If the team fell into the river, they would all drown. There's Balto. He sees the crack in the ice. Slows everybody down to a stop. Smart dog. Balto had stopped just in time. Smart dog, Gunnar told him. Then he saw that Balto's feet were wet. If they froze, Balto would never walk again. Quickly, Gunnar unhitched Balto from the sled. He led the dog to a patch of powdery snow. Gunnar rubbed Balto's paws in the powder. Soon they were dry. Balto was ready to go once more. What a good driver. He's taking care of Balto. Don't want his feet to freeze. Balto led the team around the cracking ice. At last they reached solid land again. Were they still on the trail? Gunnar had no idea. The snow blew so hard, Gunnar could not see his own hands in front of him. But Balto had run this trail many times before. Now it was all up to him. Finally, the storm died down. Gunnar saw Point Safety just ahead. Balto did it, thought Gunnar. He couldn't wait to warm his hands by a cozy fire. While all the lights were out at Point Safety, was the driver there? Gunnar did not know, and there was no time to find out, so Gunnar and Balto did not stop. They had never been so tired, but they raced on through the night toward Nome. There's Point Safety. Doesn't seem to be there's anybody there. I don't know what happened, but Balto and Gunnar are gonna go on anyways. It was just before dawn. The sky began to glow in the town of Nome. Everyone was sleeping. Gunnar and his team pulled into the town. They had made it. Balto was too tired to even bark. They had been on the trail for 20 straight hours. They had driven 53 miles. There they are, tired, but coming into Nome. Gunnar took the medicine to the doctor. The doctor was surprised. He thought it would take 15 days to get the medicine, but Gunnar delivered it in only 5.5 days. Thank you, Gunner, said the doctor. You're a hero. Balto is the hero, said Gunner. I couldn't have done it without him. There's Gunner delivering the medicine to the doctor. The doctor went right to work. He gave the medicine to all the sick people. In a few days, they would be all well. The town of Nome was saved. Here's one sick person getting the medicine. All over America, people cheered for Balto. They read about his bravery in the newspaper. Balto was the most famous dog in the world. Yeah, here's reading about Balto in the newspaper. A year later, the people of New York City put up a statue of Balto. It still stands today in Central Park. Lots of children play on the statue. They remember Balto, the bravest dog ever. There's Balto's statue. Central Park, New York City. Well, kids, I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I enjoyed reading it to you. What a great story about a very, very brave dog. I love stories about brave dogs, as I told you before. I hope you like this one too. Till next time, stay well, and God bless you all.